Under time charter, who pays when cargo damage happens? In time chartering, cargo claims are one of the most common and costly disputes in shipping, and sometimes few words added to a charter party clause can completely change who pays millions of dollars in liability. In this presentation, we will simplify cargo claims under time charter, understand how liability is allocated, explain the important role of the interclub agreement, and at the end, we will end up with recommendations how to avoid disputes. I am Captain Mohammed Bazina. Cargo claims are one of the most common disputes in shipping because responsibility may involve ship owners, charterers, cargo interest, bill of lading obligations. As we know, the main duties of the ship owner to provide a seaworthy vessel, perform voyage without unreasonable delay, avoid unnecessary deviation from the agreed route. Normally, the ship owner is responsible for loading, cargo, stowing, trimming, and discharging. However, the charter party may transfer this responsibility to the charterer depending on the agreed wording. Owners and charterer, they can allocate liability according to the charter party terms as agreed. Cargo owners' claims are usually made under the bill of lading, and the legal situation may sometimes be complex. Who is liable? Owners, charterer, or it can be 50-50. How is liability divided between them? Under NYPE 2015 Charter Party form, cargo operations are generally the charterer's responsibility. This applies even if the Hague rules are included in the charter party. Regarding clause number 8 in NYPE 2015, it explains the charterer is responsible for loading, discharging, stowing, and trimming, but responsibility for cargo operation and cargo responsibility can be changed and can be switched according to the wording. So small wording changes in the charter party can change responsibility, like adding the word and responsibility. As we know, the master and the ship owner, they are responsible to supervise cargo, but if we add that word and responsibility, now we are making the ship owner to share responsibility with the charterer according to the interclub agreement. So adding the words and the responsibility will make the owner to share responsibility with the charterer. Here how it looks like clause number 8. So the clause number 8, it makes the charterer responsible for cargo operation and the master only to supervise the cargo operation. But if we add and responsibility, now we are transferring the responsibility now to the owner, and we are making the owner to share responsibility for cargo claims with the charterer here. But in tanker charter party, cargo responsibility is different, as the master is responsible for pumping and loading and discharging, and the charterer has no control. So for tankers, as shell time, the responsibility for cargo operation rests on the ship owner. As you can see here, shell time 4. Clause number 16 makes the ship owner responsible for cargo operation and to be liable for cargo claims here. Regarding deck cargo liability, as in most of the forms here, charter party forms, NYPE 2015 is designed to protect ship owners from deck cargo claims. So owners may not be responsible for loss or damage to deck cargo regardless of the cause. As you can see, clause number 13 here. As we all know, insurance companies, they pay at the end for cargo claims. So they came up with some kind of mechanism, insurance companies and P&I clubs. They came up with some kind of agreement to facilitate and allocate cargo liability. So P&I clubs and cargo insurance are often the parties that ultimately pay cargo claims. The interclub agreement was developed by major P&I clubs and insurers. It provides a simple mechanism for allocating cargo claims between owners and charterers. It reduces disputes by allocating cargo liability according to the agreed percentages. So the interclub agreement is a mechanism for apportioning cargo claims between owners and charterers under the NYPE and as by time charter parties. When the interclub agreement is incorporated by the parties, it becomes part of the contractual framework to support the efficient and uniform handling of cargo claims. So time charter party often include additional clauses beside the standard form to minimize dispute between owners and charterer in case of cargo damage. One important clause is the interclub New York Produce Exchange or interclub agreement. Purpose of interclub agreement to fairly share cargo claims between owners and charterers to reduce disputes and avoid costly and lengthy legal cases. The interclub agreement sometimes included directly in the charter party, like NYPE. It's included, as you can see here, in clause number 27. So if you are using in NYPE 2015, if you are using different form and it's not including interclub agreement, you can insert additional clauses or rider clauses here to make settlement or cargo settlement in accordance with interclub agreement. Regarding interclub agreement, allocation or apportionment of cargo claims, claims may be allocated 100% to owners or charterers 100%, or it can be shared according to the cause of cargo, damage. Regarding cargo damage due to unseaworthiness of the ship, so it's going to be 100% of the ship owner. Cargo damage due to cargo handling, as the charterer is responsible for cargo handling, is going to be the charterer's responsibility for that claim. But if we added or the charterer negotiated and inserted and made the master to be responsible, so the responsibility will be shared between owner and charterer here. Claim is going to be 50-50 owners and charterers here. Regarding shortage or overcarriage claims, it's going to be 50-50 owners and charterer. Other cargo claims, including delay, 50-50 owners and charterers. Like if clear fault by one party, like charterer or owner, so is going to be 100% liable party of that party. The interclub agreement or interclub New York Produce Exchange Agreement 1996 as amended September 2011. It's about 4 pages. It spells out the scope of application, the apportionment between the owner and the charterer regarding cargo claim, the time bar, and the most important issue here, the apportionment, when the owner will be liable 100% of the cargo claim, when the charterer is going to be responsible for the cargo claim 100%, and when the responsibility can be shared between owners and the charterers. And as we mentioned, of course, if we insert the master is going to be responsible in clause number 8 in NYPE 2015. So we are making here the ship owner to be responsible 50-50 with the charterer here. Here how it looks like, how the cargo claim is going to be shared. Recommendations: always review clause number 8 in NYPE 2015 wording or related rider clauses or similar forms or other forms you are using related to cargo claims. Small wording changes may completely shift cargo liability. Understand who controls cargo operations, like loading, stowage, discharging. Responsibility are critical in cargo claims. Never ignore the bill of lading impact, as cargo claims are usually pursued under the bill of lading. Use the interclub agreement whenever possible, as the interclub agreement helps reduce dispute and costly litigation. Prevention is better than dispute, so good communication between owners, charterers, master, and P&I club reduces cargo claims exposure. Sometimes a single sentence in the charter party decides who pays millions in cargo claims. That's why understanding cargo liability clauses is commercially critical in shipping. Thank you for watching. For ship chartering training and consultancy, please visit my website, bazinashipping.com. Please subscribe and activate notification on my YouTube channel at Bazina Shipping for weekly maritime insights, ship chartering lessons, and industry updates. If you would like to continue ship chartering training, please click the playlist appearing on your screen. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.